Welcome to Pam's cutting board. But tonight, it's going to be Wayne's cutting board. I had tried to sneak and get Pam a dinner for Mother's Day and got caught. Let a couple of days go by. Do it again. Got caught. So I said, we'll film it then. And you be the camera person. You guys bear with me and hope we do it. We're going to have some shake and bake chicken. First, you'll need some shake and bake, or in my case, we got some generic, just as good, I think. And then we have 2 skinless and boneless chicken breasts, as you can see. Hold that camera good now.
I think you're better at the camera than me.
And now I already cut this open. And we'll sprinkle some in here if we don't pour it out. We just put the whole thing in. And let's,
Wayne is way better at the camera than me. I can already tell you that.
Plate. Camera person. Oh, okay. Now, I did spray this, and I put a lot of spray in it. Maybe too much. I don't know. And I'll not tell you to look down in the comments box or something for how much I use, because I don't know. I'm just eyeballing it.
While Wayne's doing that, I will say Wayne does his very best to surprise me. There was one day I came home from work and he got my... Watch, you're going to pour it out.
Okay. Okay.
He got my niece, our niece, to make chicken and dumplings, which is one of my favorite meals. And when I walked in, everybody was here. Dinner was on the table. He got her to get him a cake, and it was a very nice birthday.
We try.
Wayne does good.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look what I have done.
That looks good.
And we just place it in the pan. Thusly. Now, if you guys wasn't watching me, and she wasn't watching me, I might be able to do this a little bit better. I don't know. Who would ever think I was gun shy? Camera shy? Yes. Now, I just hope I can get as much barbecue sauce on this one.
Wayne cooks a whole lot for me when I work. Now, through the summer when I'm off work, he gets my cooking. But when I work, he cooks. I would say you cook most of the week nights, unless I'm doing a video. Wayne puts a lot of that on there, and that's what I like.
I'm going to put this little piece in there. It came off, but it will be good and tender for someone.
And the meal we're having tonight it's a typical meal for us, wouldn't you say, Wayne?
Yes.
I know Wayne does a lot of air frying. He really doesn't use the oven to our stove. He does a little air fryer we got. But this is not so much a recipe as just you sharing a typical evening with us.
Supper with the Maggers.
Yep.
We will get rid of this.
Yep. You throw that away.
And I will pull my gloves off. And cut the camera here in a minute and wash my hands again.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven for 20 minutes. And while this is baking, we're going to show you how Wayne makes deviled eggs, which I absolutely love his deviled eggs.
I'll be good at them.
He is. They're simple, but I love them. Okay, we'll be back in a little bit.
We need some mustard, mayonnaise, sweet relish.
Wayne loves that condiment right there.
And I always use salt and pepper until Pam came out with the house seasoning. We use that now.
And we do have a video on that. I will link that.
And you gotta have eggs. And my hands, you know, everybody knows about my hands. They're slow. So I peeled those while we were off camera. But I got one more left. Pam brought us back too quick. Gotta teach her. But she's good. She does good. For her first time.
Oh, gosh.
And
I love you, Wayne Maggard.
I'm glad somebody does. You have to let me to stay with me. Does anybody know of an easy way to make eggs give in to you so you can peel them easy? I'll show you. It looks like I'm having an easy time with this one. They say, I've heard you put oil in it and it cooks. I mean, it'll
Slide
peel
off.
right off. But that one did. Maybe I've not been letting them see it long enough. I don't know. But if you have a better idea, send it in.
Yeah. We really wrestle with our eggs, don't we?
And
Both of us do.
I do fix this for Pam and I. So I don't know if this would be a great treat for her, but
No, they are. I love his deviled eggs. I mean, they're simple. They're very simple. There's nothing to it, as you see the ingredients. But I don't know. There's just, I like deviled eggs simple. I don't like them jazzed up.
the sweetness of my hands.
I love them though. I really do.
That is a pretty egg.
That one come out good. But we've tried, what all have we tried? The oil in the water and then boiling them. Salt. I think we've added salt.
Yes.
I can't remember. And so far, we've not got anything to work for us. So if you know of anything, comment and let us know. And we'll try it.
Please.
I'm going to move this right here. It's right in my camera way. And I apologize for the camera. I know I'm not as good.
Mister. I can't believe that I'm nervous before my friends.
Why would you be nervous? You're doing great.
I want to do good for you guys, and then I want to do good for Pam. So, bear with me. Whisper a prayer.
You're doing good. This is a typical evening. I come in from work. Sometimes I take a nap. Sometimes I have things I gotta do. Sometimes I have to go out and
Dig a ditch.
yeah, or cut cut grass, and Wayne will he'll come up with something for dinner. And I tell you guys, I mean, we don't live anything. You're doing it opposite.
Doing it backwards.
We live a simple life. We don't do anything exciting, but I love it. I always wanted to be a homemaker.
Is that a quiet way to say I'm boring? No matter how nervous I get, I can always joke.
No, I love our life. I mean, it's simple.
It's a hard life.
It's a tough life.
She does things that a lot of women don't have to do. I mean, when our ditch overflows down the driveway, you can't pay people to work.
You can't.
So guess who has to do it? My baby.
But Wayne takes up the slack in the house. He is straightening the house, taking care of the dogs, cooking. He makes the bed. I mean, for someone that is in a wheelchair, I can tell you this guy does outstanding.
See this arm? How the damn nerve! I was nerve.
Can you pull your shirt up, sleeve up just a little?
But I do help with the ditch occasionally.
You see his arm? Kind of hold it like this way. No, like this.
Oh, yeah.
And turn it. Yeah, there you go. That's, you see right in through here.
It was way worse than that. It was frayed like a rope.
The tendon was frayed is what the doctor said. And so he has limited use with that arm. Plus, technically he's a quadriplegic, which means he doesn't have full muscle control in his stomach. And so he operates on very little muscle. And, but he does outstanding. He helps me so much. This right here, when I'm out working and I come in and I'll sit down on the couch, he brings my plate to me.
The reason I'm doing this is I destroyed this egg by trying to peel it. And so I'm just going to put it in and crush it all up. Is that all right?
I learned this a long time ago. If I love a lot of filling in my egg, so what I do is I always boil an extra egg or two, depending on how much we're making. And you crush 1 or 2 eggs. You take your worst one that's been peeled, and you crush them up in there. And you can't taste the white, but it gives you a lot more filling to add to your egg.
And I learned that trick from Pamela.
We've learned a lot over our almost 33 years of living together.
We have taught each other
a lot.
And you know, I'm stubborn, set in my ways. I mean, I didn't have a dad to raise me, and you know, there's some things a mom or a grandma can't teach you, and you gotta learn the hard way.
Wayne and I both are stubborn. We're both at times grumpy and hateful.
You?
We are. But bottom line, we love each other. We would fight to the death for each other.
Stubborn. And
you're doing good.
I'll try not make this be a long video. Now I gotta get another spoon.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay, we'll pause and be right back.
I love these spoons right here. I thought I was getting a match to it, but I didn't.
I don't think we have a matching spoon.
Yeah.
Do we?
Remember Cloma Moore? I hate to say this, but it seems like all my friends and my family, they're dead.
Yeah, they passed away, ain't they? A lot of them.
The lady that gave us this silverware for her wedding, her husband died a terrible death. I won't go into it, but he was a great man. I mean, they turned their house over to me. They had a pool inside, and they would get mad if I showed up and they wasn't home. I mean, and I didn't go in and use their pool. I would get water, exercise, and build my body up. And now I use about that much. I usually eyeball it, and that's about it.
And I don't think we said, but that was what, 6 eggs?
That was 5 eggs. 1, 2,
6.
3, 4, 5.
And you put 1 in there. 6.
Right.
So 6 eggs, half a dozen.
I be the cook, I know.
Okay. And with that, all that we were talking about each other, we quarrel, we fight.
With the same passion.
We love, we respect, we laugh, we joke. And like I was saying, we live a simple life, but
And
I wouldn't have it any other way. Would you?
no ma'am. No other, and just a squirt. Might have to go back for some more.
More like a 2 or 3 squirts, darling.
I like, Pardon? I like plenty of mustard. Pam doesn't.
No, I love mustard. I love a good tang. Like my potato salad, my eggs, I want it good and tangy.
Oh, and this, you can't eat a hot dog
Wayne
without
loves
this.
that stuff.
And I do, this is not the jar I do it with, but I will. I got a spoon and a jar of this that I eat just straight out of the jar.
Yep, he loves it.
And I'll hold back on this because, say you love this.
Nope.
She can't.
I like it mixed in with my eggs.
You don't get a share of that before I start commence the stirring in it.
What?
Let them go till, am I keeping it running it too long? Am I boring you guys?
No, I think you're doing good.
Okay. There's something wrong here. A little too dry. Now, I probably need to put just a little more mayonnaise in it because too dry don't look good.
Well, it's always better to start small and then build up. Because you can add, you can't take away though once you've added too much.
I learned that from a very pretty lady. I did. She wears glasses. You know, what was this when we were in school? Everybody would talk about a girl that wore glasses or a boy that wore glasses and say they were
4 eyes.
yeah, or they were ugly.
That was just kind of bullying back then, wasn't it? I mean, bullying went so much further than when we were in school, but that was bullying back then. That's looking good, Wayne.
I once took up for there was a boy, my coach, football coach, got me and a couple other guys out of school, out of class, to go over and help paint the our football helmets. Season was getting ready to start. Hey, that is starting to look good. Get a look.
That looks really good.
Hey, I believe that's about right. What do y'all think? But anyway, I heard a lot of laughing outside of the locker room. And I went outside, and they were a group of boys on one side, and one boy in front of them, little guy. And they were, one boy would knock his books out of his hands, and as soon as he'd pick them up, they'd knock them out again.
Oh, that was cruel.
And something got a hold of me, and I just couldn't stand it. So I said, wait a minute. And I said to the guy that had knocked the books out of the guy's hands, I said, you pick them up. And he laughed and said, are you going to stand between all of us? And I said, if need be, and I've talked too much and not put my secret ingredient in. Anyway, I said, if need be, yes, I will. And from around the corner, and I was just 5'10" at the time. And 5'10", maybe 140, 45 pounds. And well, you saw a picture of me. And anyway, out of the corner, around the corner of the building, there was a guy smaller than me. He come out and said, he's not by himself. So, and the guy laughed again. He said, what, you too? And he's even smaller than you are. So, again, we heard another voice, and a guy a little taller than me said, they're not by themselves. And the big leader of the bullies said, you three against us? And we said yes. They backed down. And I looked at the bully and I said, now you pick the boy's books up and you give them back to him. And I was shaking all over. I was just mad and hurt. And he did. And I gave him my name. And I told him, I was just a sophomore. I said, you know, I'm a sophomore, and I will be here 3 more years or 2 more years after this one. So, if you ever bother him again, all he's got to do is come to me. But it wasn't no big deal. He was a bully.
A lot of bullying goes on anymore in schools, unfortunately.
But
it's a shame.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm afraid I'm getting too long-winded. I don't want to bore you. So let me cut you off till I finish filling these eggs up and have you right back.
Okay, we've got the eggs filled. We'll show you those in a minute. Wayne's putting on the squash. And we're just using a little grill, little electric grill. And the chicken. Let me take you over to the chicken. We just got it out. Look at that. Does that not look beautiful? And that's all it is to the squash. Once they get done, we'll show you how we finish them up, and we'll bring you back for the complete meal.
Watch George Foreman knock them out.
That's a George Foreman grill. He's crazy.
He's one of my... I like it.
We'll see you back in a little bit, guys. Okay, guys. We are back. Here's our spread. Here's our dinner. We got the deviled eggs, shake and bake chicken. We got the grilled squash. Sorry, I want to call it zucchini. And we've made us a beautiful salad. So we're going to make us a plate and we're going to taste test. Look at that plate, guys. It was so good. I've tried one of the eggs and they did not disappoint. They were so good.
I get the taste test.
That's not right, is it?
Well, you agreed with me. And I'm just going to use my fingers, if that's all right.
You're at your own house, darling. And the chicken stayed in, what, 25 minutes?
I'm used to that. You just taste testing. But, yeah, the chicken, between 20 and 30 minutes. Chicken at 20. That's what time it was ready to come out. But your oven may cook slower or may cook faster. So I check it for sure at 20, if not before.
And it kind of depends on the thickness of the breast too, or whatever you use.
And with the squash, I put just a little oil on it, a little more oil, and a little bit of the house seasoning. And
that's it.
That's it. Made a salad, and which I can say I am good at making salads because I make them a lot. But I usually put my eggs in the salad.
This is a beautiful meal.
Thank you. Thank you for being with me and helping me. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. Thank you for the meal. I'm going to chow down here in a second.
Now, I'm going to be prejudiced. You know that. Because I fished it.
I've tried the eggs. I've tried a bite of the squash too. And I mean, there's a lot of times we make fattening foods, fried foods, a lot of sweets, and we do eat that. That's what we grew up on. We eat that in moderation though. A lot of times we try to bake our chicken and grill our vegetables or roast them. So, I mean, it's a moderation. I'm not going to say we eat healthy 100% of the time. We don't eat unhealthy 100% of the time. It's a moderation. What do you say?
Mm-hmm. Man, that's tender.
You did good, didn't you?
And juicy, too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I left it in too long. That's great, even if I made it. Man, that is. And I'm going to hurry and shouldn't say hurry. You don't hurry when it comes to God's business.
Amen.
But if you got a prayer request, send it. Put it in comments. And you guys keep praying. Praying for the prayer book that's ours. Yours and ours.
Amen.
And this is your ministry. And ours. So, I mean, that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. Remember, Pam and I, we have a very needful prayer request. Or I wouldn't trouble you. Need you to pray. And remember both of our nephews. Right, we're on dialysis 3 times a week. He's fighting a hard battle.
Amen.
Honey, I'm not used to being on this side, so take over.
We are going to go ahead and get off of here and eat. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you have, thank you. We appreciate all of our faithful viewers. And I'm going to end it with a little bit of a clip of the dishes that I got from my mother-in-law's. I promised you guys that. So, nothing else?
We just, we do. We love you. We care for you. And get you young men around and say, if that nut can do that, you can. Cook. Hey, guys, cook for your girlfriends. That's the way to win their hearts.
Yep. Amen.
And if you're just beginning to cook, ladies, there it is.
Simple dish.
Pardon?
Simple meal.
Yes.
Yep.
But it's good. Mm-hmm. And it's starting to get cold.
We love you guys. Hey everybody. I promised you guys that I would show you the dishes that I got from my mother-in-law's house. So I'm going to turn you guys around and I'm going to show you just a few of the things that I remember and it was precious to me and Wayne and we brought home. So hold on just a minute. Let me turn you guys around. Okay. This is one of the old-time glass bowls. I just love it. I think it's beautiful. This past weekend, I actually made some sourdough bread in it. I mixed my dough up in it. And here is some Corelle plates. And I just got the plates. I didn't get all the rest of the dishes that goes with it. And we like those dishes to eat out of because they're light. Some of my plates that I have is rather heavy and it's hard sometimes for Wayne to lift them, so those are light. And I only had 2 and so I added 4 more to my collection. These are the 9x13 baked dishes that I got from my mother-in-law's, and I saw this, needed it, thought I'd grab it. And a couple of her spoons, her wooden spoons, a couple of her platters. I love that platter right there. The flowers on it, I think it's so pretty. This one's plain with a brown edge. Her deviled egg dish. And I'm not sure what this is, but it's some kind of a platter. So it's glass. So I have that sitting on my dining room table. So there you have it. We didn't get a lot. We just wanted pieces that meant something to us.